And yeah, like Thuffon mentioned there, 15 rune Ghoul Berserker here. We'll see how it goes. Oh man. The result of we should try 15 rune melee idea combined with what god can we run other than GSO? Or Gozeg, yeah. Resulting in a probably terrible but fun idea. Such is life. Just a thing of beauty. But okay, let's try and get these sons of guns attacking us as close to one at a time as we can get. Ooh, hasted buddy as well. That's a little bit rougher, but we do manage to make our way through the initial ogre pack here at the very least. Fantastic. Ogre is not what we were looking for, if we're being honest, in this orc clear, just because we don't get to take advantage of those things we were mentioning earlier. No armor to speak of, bunch of clubs we can't even use. It's a bit of a shame, for sure, not ideal, but at the end of the day, we'll still get it sorted out here. We'll get it figured, and ooh, geez. Well, that went very differently than the first couple of Ogre Magi. How about that? A bit more realistic of encounter, rather. Excuse me. And fantastic. Otherwise, we should be able to clear through you sons of guns. No more Magi, no more Magi. Magi? Maybe, just maybe? Have cleared through a decent number of them here, so wouldn't be too surprised. Ooh, haste. I will buy right away, even if just to ID it. Oh my gosh, I have no haste on me? What's all this garbage I'm carrying around? Like, I need ID scrolls. Look at all this crap. Jeez Louise. Oh, that actually, now that I think about it, would have probably been a great opportunity for scrolls of poison. So folks, if you're working with similar things in the future, use the tools at your disposal instead of just hold tab forehead. I mean, I guess it worked, so who's the fool now? But regardless, important to note. Never really use scrolls of poison. I very rarely use them just early game to kind of edge out those advantages wherever we can get them. But yeah, in general, you're not missing out on much for sure. Not strictly necessary by any stretch. Okay, I kind of want lightning rod. Maybe I'll hold off for a second. Let's see what our final shop has in store. A way too expensive ID scroll, but honestly, I'm desperate at this point. So I'll take it. And let's go for the one of these 3 stacks, shall we? Okay, fear's not bad. Oh, File of Flood's also actually kind of sick. You know what, let's just go ham on the evocables here, shall we? They're limited use, but they're good at what square is that? Gosh darn. Unseen Horror on now. Oh, that's definitely a more interesting use case for it than I was thinking of. I do like that. Do you want... Maybe I'll keep Potions of Flight. I'm always in a bit of a tizzy whether I like Rings of Flight or Potions of Flight. Ring is, of course, infinitely reusable, so that's good, but it takes a ring slot to swap into versus usually a single Potion of Flight is enough to get the job done. So I think maybe we'll lean that direction for now here today. But I'd love to hear anyone's thoughts if they have a strong opinion one way or another in that regard. Ooh, silver boomerangs, say goodbye to the stones. As much as I love to rock and stone, for the time being, we'll just drop those bad boys. And let's just finish off the last little bit of work here, shall we? Not too shabby. Definitely a fairly successful endeavor, even though we did not get the equipment that we oh so desired. We can do a quick check on the floor here, make sure I'm not missing out on anything too incredible, but unfortunately does not seem to be the case. More haste if we wanted, I guess, which, I mean, I guess I can afford it. Let's put it on. Do basically the same as me with flight. For anything that isn't a whole floor, you think flight pot is better? Exactly. Yeah, maybe the caveat there is kind of as you implied. You know, if you're working with shoals, you might want to have a ring that generate some form of light. But otherwise, not too big of a deal. Let's actually just tuck away here, so I'm only dealing with you one at a time. Beautiful. At 15, I keep going through strength for the moment here. It is looking like we might have to make a decision at some point here in the future whether we wish to. Okay, I don't really want to walk through the mark trap, so if everyone could just follow me. Follow the leader, please and thank you, if you could be so kind. How many heads do you have? 8. That is too many. Whoa. Excuse me? Oh gosh, they're tearing through my bros. Bros never stood a chance. At 18 AC, I probably should not be trying to fight this Hydra. What the heck am I doing with my life? Let's fear scroll. Doesn't work on the Hydra. Welp. Again, we got blessed with an absurd number of blink scrolls, so let's just waste them all in the early game here because I'm an idiot. Perfect, just like we drew it up in the planning phase. Love to see it. Okay. Well, let's head to a different stairwell so that we don't immediately find ourselves just in an endless cycle of violence and not the kind Trog would like. Maybe? I don't know, how much do you care, Trog, if I'm the victim? I know I'm the one that's like wrecking havoc for you, so that, you know, if you keep me alive, maybe it's more blood in the future for the wrath of Trog, but maybe it's a bit of a pseudo-zom scenario where I'm more happy just to see any death or destruction, regardless of who it affects, which is fair enough in its own way, I guess. Happens all layer 5 is dangerous. It is indeed. Normally I wouldn't even be clearing layer 5. I think it's largely just because I wasn't feeling super hot about heading into Snake or Shoals immediately, but maybe I should just have done just that. Okay, I was about to say I was kind of screwing myself there. Kept walking into the hallway rather than trying to get to a wide open space where I have the freedom to do a little bit of dodging and weaving, like so. Okay, Ogre, hide behind me this time. Just supplement me. There we go. Fantastic, my bro. Oh gosh darn it, 5-headed Hydra. At least I think a 5-headed we can take. So that's fine. You do all lair, then all orc. Yeah, I usually skip 5 and then come back when I'm feeling a bit more comfortable. God, I'm so sorry. Heading to bed. Thanks for the stream. Have a good week, all. You as well. Have a fantastic night. Thank you so much for dropping on by, my friend, and hope to see you some more in the future. Hope you, yeah, have a wonderful week. I'll see you around. But okie dokie, we are managing to clear through layer 5 without too much trouble, all things considered. I say as I start to get just surrounded by sheep here. It's like no reason I should be doing this well in the fight. There we go. Okay, that's a bit more like it as I start to take a bit more unintended damage. Let's kill the Manticore as soon as possible. Yex to follow, my friends. Perfect. I'm just feeling way too tab heavy today. Maybe partially can put Grunter to blame there, seeing as how I was pretty safely able to tab my way through every encounter, even when we were making our way through Hells and Pans. So it's not exactly the best warm-up for a character where I maybe want to start thinking about being, you know, slightly more cautious, maybe just cognizant even of the possibilities of danger. Let's just circle around you, my friend, ring around the rosy. Bada boom, bada bang, not too bad. And we can ignore stones for now, and that should be perfect. Box of Beasts, on the other hand, I do not ignore in the slightest. Hey, Railbird, how's it going? Hope things have been well for you. Hope your fire elementalists are burning bright. Burn long and burn bright. Okay, what the heck can I drop here? There's got to be some trash, right? Like, I guess it's not trash. Okay, Ring of Intelligence I don't need for a long time, if ever, hopefully. It's not necessary to keep ourselves from going brainless. No promises, though. And we're getting real dang close to the end of our stream, if not already there. So, do we want to push it any further today? Do we want to get started on one of our S branches? Or is this a good time to lay to rest for the moment here? Regen is semi-trash and won't work if enemies are in sight. Very true. Yeah, it's useful just for speeding up the run, but functionally in a fight, I 100% agree. So that's probably going to be next to go, as long as I remember it when that becomes relevant. No promises, of course. Maybe before we head into Shoals, we'll actually just head out to the regular dungeon, because that is... Oops. Go D12, please and thank you. Should be in a half-decent spot to clear most of the way here without too much of a worry. But we'll see how it goes, and this will be a nice little way to round off our night. Don't know where all of our slime friends are. I think they're still roaming about as they do. What can I do against you, Nessos? I mean, one option, take advantage of your lackluster willpower capabilities. In fact, if you can, help me clear out some enemies while we're at it. Son of a gun. Let's try this again, shall we? You, my friend, we evoke, we charm ya. What can I say? And yes, attack my ally Nessos. There we go, fantastic. Managed to take you out, my friend. And more spellcasters is definitely fantastic. For Trog here, always happy to see it. Man, I wish there was a shield. Maybe I, in advance, start to train shields. It's a little presumptuous. But I think I'm okay with that. Walk up to our centaur buddy here. Perfect. Usually try to get to D15 or as far as you can go before he gets heared off, before daring a rune branch. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I used to leave it. For whatever reason, I feel like I appreciated having the victory lap of clearing D like 12 through 15 after getting both S branches, but I've since come around to playing a little bit more consistently, a bit more safely. And it definitely works out a bit better in the long run. No idea what you were, but you're dead now, my invisible friend. Perfect. Thanks, Railbird. Yeah, I definitely like to take advantage of Nessos's lack of willpower to as great an extent as we possibly can. Ah, this is always a fun floor. And Rupert and Uruk. No, thank you. Yeah, there were just more mutation potions. Mutation potions, as far as the eye can see, not exactly ideal for us here. Oh my gosh, this is where all the ID has been hiding. I knew it. Hey, there we go. Okay, now's our time in the sun here. Let's just go through all these bad boys, getting some extra blink scrolls as well. Again, if I hadn't been quite so stupid about my earlier encounters, we'd have an absurd number of blink scrolls right now. But it is what it is, and we'll just continue on for now here. And yeah, right, we did just ID that acquirement, so we should probably read it, right, folks? Let's take a look. +2 pair of boots of unambiguity. Ambiguity? Let's try that again. Resistance to fire and in +3. I think that's us. I think that's me right there. There's nothing ambiguous about this decision in my book. Kind of. Manual fighting is also kind of sweet, but I'm going to take the boots. This prevents us from getting dangerously low in terms of stat death, as well as fire resistance is always something we're on the lookout for. So with that in mind, let's just grab these bad boys, shall we? Nice boots, but manual fighting, wow, right? It's all good. And yeah, I think that's where I land off on exactly. Get these boots thrown on this bad boy, and that should be fantastic. And let's see. I guess I don't even really want to fight Urug or Rupert. Oh, definitely not both. Okay, do you want more friends? And a boulder beetle comes at us from behind. Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh. Actually, never mind. Two-headed ogre, OP. Get steamrolled? Holy crap. Vampiric battle axe could be fun for the future if we don't end up going shields, which seems to be what the game is trying to tell me here as of late. But okie dokie, let's just rampage around with our friends here real quick. Beautiful stuff. I did not think we'd be killing these uniques. I thought we were just retreating to safety for a better time, but hey. That works out brilliantly, and I'll take it. Ooh, Agnes. Let's get another friend, another body in play here. Yet another unique that we had no real right taking care of this early on, but I'll take it. Beautiful stuff. And let's just rampage through here. I'll actually buy summoning. It doubles as an ID scroll while we're at it, since we don't have that available to us yet. Oh, and there we go. Finally get our first shield, a buckler. Dang, Legiting of Electric would be kind of nice. Don't think we'll be using it, because again, I'm kind of dedicating myself to my my current build here. Maybe axes, but you know, single target wise, I'm pretty happy with claws pretty much until the end game. We'll see. It's been a while since I did a 15 runer on this type of character, so that could be changed. Vampiric Lagitang. This game really wants me to use a Lagitang. Lear's Hallberg, though. All parts of our body. So this is it a hat, gloves, boots, and body? That's a shame, because this is kind of fun. It's definitely a fun item. But I do love my current boots. Chosses are boots, right? I want to say chosses are boots. Correct me if I'm wrong. In fact, let's... Phone? I need your assistance. Chosses. Chosses? Pantaloons or close-fitting coverings for the legs and feet. In particular, those forming part of the knight's armor. There we go. Yeah, getting confirmation from Thalfon blocking hat, boots, and gloves. A bit much for me here today. I love my unrand arts, but not that much. Otherwise, maybe I just hold off for now. I can't quite make up my mind. Maybe that will be a start of next week's stream problem instead. So let's just pick up that bad boy and let's finish off this floor, shall we? 50-50 shot to get my friend into business here. Fantastic. And by our powers combined, we'll murder most of these folks. Beautiful. Well, the gold might be the choice there, potentially. Yeah, Lagitang is kind of fun, and I feel like bad saying no to it, but probably not really worth it. I'm going to read Teleport slightly early on in the encounter here, and let's just get the heck out of dodge temporarily. Definitely kill you. Oh gosh. Get out of here with all the ranged friends, please and thank you. Of course you go invisible. Fantastic. That's just what we wanted to see here. Well, in that case, I guess we could just blast you like this. That does the trick. Scroll of Poison time. Oh my gosh, you're right. That would have been a perfect opportunity. And yet here I am again. Oh man. It's like a strange portmanteau of too good to use syndrome and forgetfulness that just contribute to me never for once in my life using that at an appropriate time. Whoopsie daisies. But hey, at least we took care of all of our Bogart friends. And we should be able to blitz our way through the rest of D15 as a nice little finishing touch, nice little victory lap on our evening. And we'll see in the future, starting next week, if we have what it takes to bring Trog all the way. I have high hopes for sure. I'm feeling pretty confident, pretty competent here today. Okay, at least have cold resistance, though you're still scary. 18% of bringing you to my side. That's not gonna cut it. Well, let's go with the heal. What are my odds of hitting you, my friend? You only have 10% chance of evading my claws. I thought we'd just purge this fellow from this plane of existence. Definitely teaching me a bit of a lesson to be a bit more cautious here. 41 health. I have 2 pips of cold resistance. Get some acid going. Heal, not quite. It's not going to be nearly as smooth as an extended though. Bros still work, but they stay pretty squishy. Yeah, unfortunately, that do be the case. Do I just go with lightning rod? You know what, let's risk it all. Let's go with a bang one way or another here. See what happens. Like I said, a bang one way or another. Fantastic. Well, still have the tiniest bit of floor left to go, but that is a good little capstone on our run for the day here. And that's fantastic. So in general, we had the end of Grunter II, a beautiful 15 rune character without a care in the world, just breezing through most of the game with no real issues. Then moving on to our Trog 15 rune attempts. It's going to be an interesting ride for sure. Trog is going to fall off. Trog's hand is always kind of nice. It definitely means that we can sacrifice willpower slots, which we may or may not do. We do have the Amulet of the Winds, so it's a bit of a weird situation, but we have the ability to sacrifice this amulet slot for something else that we might find more important than clarity here, and just use Trog's hand to work with all of our willpower needs, so that's alright. Brother in Arms will not be an ideal, at least will be some bodies, and hey, maybe when we switch over to using a weapon, if we do end up going that route, I'm thinking axes, then we of course have weapon gifting from Trog, so we can hopefully get some good options in that department. But hey, we'll have to wait to see what the dungeon has in store for the future, because this is the end of our night here. I hope you all had a wonderful time this evening. I definitely did on my part. Very so happy, just chuffed to bits with that Grunter run. So that was a lot of fun. So let's do a quick check, of course, as always, to see who is live at the moment here and who we can send a raid off to end off our lovely evening. Maybe, just maybe, if laptop will cooperate with us here today. We'll give it a look. It does look like Wizard is currently playing some DCSS, so we'll keep it in the dungeon crawling zone here. Again, huge thanks, huge amount of appreciation from me to all you lovely folks for joining us on the journey. I hope you've been enjoying the latest shift in content as much as I have. Definitely, as always, feel free to suggest for the future, because we seem to be burning through these at a half-decent rate against all odds, surprising myself most of all. But again, hugely appreciative of all you lovely folks, whether that be chatting alongside us here, if you're lurking in the background, or hey, if you're watching this down the road through the VODs or YouTube, then thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us on our fantastical journey through the dungeon and beyond. It's always lovely to see you all and to interact whenever we get the opportunity. So thank you to each and every one of you. We'll start to get prepped on to the raid here, as mentioned. We'll, of course, get back into it next week and see if we can't keep Trog Ghoulite alive here, at least as long as we possibly can. Should be able to do 3 to 5 runes, no problem. Extended is where things will get a bit tricky, but no promises, of course. Maybe I'll have to make that null run a Mega Zig, just squeeze more content out of it. And we haven't done any Mega Ziggurat characters on stream, so I kind of want to. It'd either be a null in that department, or potentially go with the classic, the Demon Spawn. We'll have to hold off for now and see what comes down the pipeline there. But definitely hope to see you all next week as we jump back into things once again here. And of course, regardless of all of my incessant ramblings, I do hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you out there. And I definitely hope to see you again soon. Just remember, folks, that we never, ever, even for a moment, didn't have it. I'll see ya.